Hey guys, it's Sajjaad. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, so it's been a while since I made a video on Georgia Tech, and I know a lot of people recently have either been applying or they've gotten into Georgia Tech early action. So with so much obvious interest in Georgia Tech, I figured it was the best time for me to make a video on this. In this video, I'm going to be talking about 5 important things that no one tells you about when heading into Georgia Tech. And frankly, these are 5 things that I wish I knew heading into Georgia Tech my freshman year. And so if you guys do end up liking this video and finding value from this video, I really appreciate it if you would hit that thumbs up button, as well as consider subscribing to this channel for not only college related stuff but also career and money making videos. And so without further ado, let's get to tip number 1. Okay, so first things first, class does not ensure your success. So this was actually a pretty big shock for me because in high school I literally never skipped class. I used to go to every single one of my classes, participate, learn a lot in class. But the thing is, college lectures and college classes are literally nothing like in high school, because in high school how classes are, there's always like a period where the teacher lectures, then a period where students actually like talk and interact in different ways for you guys to like learn things. But literally college classes are a professor standing in front of the room with a PowerPoint slide type thing, lecturing about a certain topic. So if you miss, say, the first 15 minutes of lecture and you don't really understand what's going on, chances are you are going to be lost throughout the whole lecture and you're just wasting your time there. Now personally, I don't really learn best this way, through someone just like lecturing me non-stop. I like to go at my own pace, like reading textbooks or reading PowerPoint slides, things like that, where I get to dictate how fast or how slow I move on. And so just so y'all know, once you get to college, you need to find a system or a practice that works for you. That may include where you don't go to lecture whatsoever, that you will only go to that class for those exams, that you don't even know where that lecture building is until final exam day. That is completely fine, as long as you're able to learn the material well enough so that you're able to actually pass your exams. Because if you're attending a 2-hour lecture where you're essentially learning nothing and you're gonna have to teach yourself everything later on, you might as well save those 2 hours and just teach yourself everything you need to know then. Okay, so at Georgia Tech, it is a constant academic grind. People are literally studying as much as they can, because the typical Georgia Tech student takes between 4 to 5 classes, and each class has about 3 to 4 exams per semester. Semesters are typically 15 to 16 weeks long, and so if you do the math, that boils down to about 1 to 2 tests per week. And not just constantly studying, but also constantly being involved in things, whether that's extracurriculars or career things like internships, interviews, things like that. And so heading into Georgia Tech, you need to be sure to waiver off any senioritis that you may still have and get into grind working mode as soon as possible, because if not, it's very easy to fall back behind. And also, say once or twice a semester you get a whole week with no exams. Now that is nice, but also what that could mean is you end up having 2, 3, 4 exams literally the next week. So you gotta always be prepared ahead of time and then going. Alright, so now let's talk about the food at Georgia Tech. Now if you attend Georgia Tech, you already know, but the food at Georgia Tech isn't the best. It actually isn't that good at all. Now I think all first years are kind of forced to be on the meal plan, and those meal plans are essentially meal swipes where you go to a dining hall, you swipe in, and it's like buffet style, you pick up your food. Now things that you guys are going to get used to seeing at dining halls are 1, moldy bread, chocolate milk that tastes like sharp bananas, as well as burnt burger buns. And yeah, that becomes the norm. Now, for some odd reason, if you guys decided to come to Georgia Tech for the food, I strongly encourage you guys to reconsider. Now, not to worry too much, obviously you're not always forced to using all your meal swipes at the dining halls. Sometimes you can use your meal swipes at the Starbucks they have there, which is pretty nice. Every dorm building has like a common kitchen area, so if you want to cook something, like cook some food with some friends, you can certainly do that. Also, Georgia Tech is in Atlanta Midtown, and there are tons of restaurants within Midtown area, so if you want, like on a Friday night, just take a stroll down there with some of your friends, go grab some food. Pretty nice food there. Okay, so now let's talk about the dorm buildings at Georgia Tech. Now, some of them can be really nice and some of them not so nice. And so just so y'all know, facility wise, I was actually placed into one of the worst dorm buildings at Georgia Tech that's been the least renovated compared to any other building. But the thing is, I still had a great time, but that was different. Now, some of the problems with the dorm building that I was in, they had honeycomb showers, which were kind of gross and weird. There was no elevator within the dorm building, and that made moving in all those suitcases as well as a mini fridge pretty hectic because I lived on the highest floor of that building. Now, if you've gotten into Georgia Tech, the best way to kind of avoid this situation where you're placed into the worst dorm building, commit early to Georgia Tech. Kind of how it's done is it's a first come first serve basis. The people who commit the earliest get the earliest preference in terms of selecting a time slot for when they get to select what housing they're going to be living in. I obviously made that mistake, and so I was put in one of the worst facility dorm buildings. Something to get very well acclimated to at Georgia Tech is the bus system. Georgia Tech has a free bus system that helps you get around campus from West Campus to East Campus and back. And so if you're on East Campus and you need to get to class pretty fast and a bus is coming, you just kind of hop on, free system once again, and just takes you to your class. And what's pretty nice about Georgia Tech is they actually have this GT Portal app that shows you the exact location of where the buses are. So you guys can see that, oh, a bus is coming here in 2 minutes, then just hop onto it when it comes in. It's really convenient, and I suggest as soon as you get onto campus, get used to and start understanding the routes of the buses so you guys can make well use of it and save as much money as possible on potential Ubers or any other means to getting around places. I mean, you don't want to be walking around all the time, especially during the winter, right? Okay, so if you guys have been watching the video thus far, I'm actually going to be providing a bonus tip now, and that is something to be well aware of is the weather in Atlanta. Now, the weather in Atlanta can be pretty bipolar at sometimes. Like, you wake up, it's like 35 degrees, you put on your heavy winter jacket, your hats, your gloves, and all that, and you're ready to go. Then midday, around noon-ish, it's 75 degrees. I mean, there's nothing really much you can do at that point, just something to be aware of going in. The weather can be pretty drastic throughout the days. Well, that's about all I have for this video. I really hope you all enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, comment down below for suggestions for future videos, and I'll make sure to make those happen. And last but not least, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all in my next video.